Welcome to Brightstar Resources Investor Update. Joining us today is Managing Director Alex Rovira to discuss a major step forward for the company. Brightstar Resources has announced a strategic development, the proposed acquisition of Aurumin Limited. This transaction aims to consolidate Brightstar's presence in the Sandstone Gold District, increasing the company's resource inventory to 3.9 million ounces at 1.5 grams per tonne of gold. Concurrently, Brightstar has also successfully completed a $50 million capital raise through a placement, with funds earmarked to advance its key gold projects across Sandstone, Laverton and Menzies. Alex, it's great to have you here. Let's begin with the proposed acquisition of Aurumin. What's the strategic rationale behind this move?
Thanks, Nicola. Look, there's a number of synergistic and strategic reasons why Brightstar was keen to prosecute the transaction with Aurumin. There's a number of operational synergies in the Sandstone district. These assets, once upon a time, were under the same umbrella the last time they were previously mined, a number of decades ago. So the opportunity here is to reunite essentially the same package of ground or the same geological setting under the same company's umbrella. And for us, it delivers a number of advantages for Brightstar. The first being the addition of nearly 1 million ounces of gold in JORC mineral resources in Sandstone. So importantly, takes our kind of pro forma group resource base to nearly 2.5 million ounces. So in its own right, a very substantial development opportunity and a very substantial asset. Additionally, Aurumin has the old processing plant that was previously run by Troy Resources and all the added benefits that comes with that. The permitting, the licensing framework, the existing infrastructure, things like the haul road, camp, bore field. So a lot of non-processing infrastructure that is going to significantly de-risk the development of Sandstone for Brightstar. So it really is a unique opportunity for us to put together two businesses where there is clearly operational synergies. The ground is contiguous. There's a lot of exploration upside under the United Sandstone Greenstone Belt. So we feel there's a real opportunity here to take something that is 2.5 million ounces now in pro forma resources to something that could be materially larger. And that's what we're so excited about. That's why we have such a substantial budget from an exploration perspective, so that we can continue to grow these resources in parallel with development and feasibility study works underway.
Sounds like you've got a really good time ahead of you there, Alex. And so you've also completed a $50 million capital raise today. How will those funds be used?
Yeah, look, all into the ground, and which is what we're so excited about. So a lot of the use of funds, from the capital raising will go towards Sandstone specifically. So we have a very large exploration campaign for the next 12 months there, about 100,000 meters of drilling. Importantly, we are also completing the pre-feasibility study and all permitting approvals as part of that process to get this project towards development ready. So that's everything from metallurgical and geotechnical drill out and work streams through to native title engagement, flora fauna surveys, as well as substantial drilling from an exploration perspective. So we can grow the resources, convert a lot of the inferred resources into measured and indicated to underpin the declaration of reserves and what is hopefully going to be a very robust PFS next year. So that's what we're really excited about from a Sandstone perspective. Additionally, the capital is also going to be deployed across the balance of the portfolio, both Menzies and Laverton. On the back of the recently released DFS, we are excited about moving these projects towards development. Brightstar is an existing gold mining business. We've got 2 underground mines in Laverton. We want to be a pretty dynamic and nimble developer and ultimately producer. So moving the Menzies project towards FID as well as Laverton. So a number of work streams kind of happening contemporaneously. And excitingly, we're pretty keen to grow our production profile towards this target 200 of ours, where we genuinely have an aspiration of being, a mid-tier scale gold mining business in WA.
Fantastic. Thanks, Alex. And lastly, what message would you like to leave with Brightstar shareholders following this major announcement?
Oh, look, I suppose the overarching position would be just of gratitude and thanks to our shareholders for supporting the business. Ultimately, the shareholders do own the company, and we're very focused on being aligned with ultimately, that share price appreciation and growth for investors. And ultimately, what I think we've been able to achieve over the last 2 years is the building blocks for a business that can genuinely support, a mid-tier size business. And I'll look at the West Australian gold mining sector in general and some of the opportunities out there. And I personally, and I think the business believes that Sandstone is probably one of the best development opportunities in Western Australia. It is rare to have a development stage asset of that scale on mining leases, well advanced, a good grade profile with significant exploration upside. So I'd like to think that in a few years' time, when we get towards FID at Sandstone, we've got a material asset there that is probably unparalleled in the West Australian goldfields. And importantly for us, we do have other assets in the portfolio that can fund the ultimate development at Sandstone. So getting Menzies into production, increasing our production at Laverton, all will contribute cash flow to this business that helps fund and unlock the value at Sandstone. So for our shareholders, look, I appreciate the support to date and the ongoing support for our business. I think it's going to be a very dynamic time for the company over the coming years. And ultimately, I think if we can achieve our objective of being a plus 200,000 ounce producer across multiple sites, this business will be worth a lot more than it is today. So it's really exciting from a shareholder perspective.
It is an exciting time, and we look forward to plenty more news flow from you, Alex. Thank you for your time today and for sharing your insights. For more information on this announcement and what's next for Brightstar, visit brightstarresources.com.au. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Nicola. Appreciate your time.